Are saying this was caused by, or they believe it was caused by an underwater landslide. Not typically how it happens there. Break that down for me. What is this exactly?
Yeah, there's a lot of people probably waking up wanting to know exactly what is an underwater landslide. It's not a common term you hear. So here's what we know. The volcano erupted yet on Saturday, and in doing so, you end up getting a lot of the rock that's underneath the surface that gets displaced. It falls down to below the surface. In doing that, it pushes up that water, generating that tsunami wave. Now, locally speaking, for a lot of those areas along the coastlines, this can be a very severe tsunami. It's a very localized tsunami, but even still, you have the two islands between Java and Sumatra. This is where the volcano in Krakatau exists between those two. So both of those coastlines on those islands were affected. Here's the thing, though. The volcano is not just going to stop because it erupted once. So it is still very likely that it will continue to erupt and that subsequent underwater landslides could still happen. So for a lot of these folks that live along this region, you will have to stay alert for any subsequent tsunamis that may take place. Here's a look at the satellite imagery. You can actually even see, guys, the eruption plume as it took place yesterday.
Allison, typically, and we've been on air together when these have happened in the past, you often go straight to USGS, you go to the local authority on matters like this. What are you getting from them? And I understand there's a link to the government shutdown here in the U.S.
Yeah, so for example, the U.S. Geological Survey's website basically says they are dealing with limited support and they will be putting out limited products. They just don't have the staff, nor are they allowed to put out stuff during this time of this shutdown. So your normal websites, your U.S. Geological Survey, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, in fact, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center hasn't even put out an alert since before the government shutdown took place. And again, the local agency that's here in Indonesia, the BMKG, their website has been crashing consistently over the last 24 hours just because they are the only agency that you can now get information from since the two U.S. agencies are no longer supplying enough information.